Hi, welcome to Build in Public with Jahid. Today I'm gonna only show you how Natively works. So I'm gonna take you to the platform journey. I'm gonna say the question and then I'm gonna show you where you can find that feature or what actually each feature does. Because I have seen that some of you have not seen or used Visual Editor, like you don't know where the GitHub is or how to deploy the app. So I'm gonna take you to the platform journey. So let's start walking together to Natively. So here I'm gonna give a simple prompt to build an app. That's what to build. Let's say, build me a simple hello morning app with nice pictures to begin my lovely mornings. So I'm gonna give this prompt. So let's start from here. So what happens is that when you're in Natively, so here you can see your profile. If you click, here you can see your email, you can manage your account, you can join our Discord. So I really encourage you all to join our Discord. You can get support from us, but also from the community. You can log out, you can see your projects. Let me actually save this prompt. So you can actually go your projects, see all of your projects which you have, and of course, there's a new feature that we have added. You can actually have icons for your apps. So you can see these nice icons. And of course, you can actually change them with our AI. So here is the project that you can see. Of course, you can go to the pricing. You can see our plans. And some of you asked me how to see or where to see how many prompts I have left or used. You come under usage. Here you can see actually your usage. So you can see that I have spent a lot of prompts. So here you can see your plan, how many prompts have you spent, and that's it. Examples are from the apps which you have built. So you can see all the examples that people have built apps here. And if you go here, you click here, you're back to the prompt box. So this is the prompt box. You can give your prompt. You can actually upload some image if you want with the design, just to inspire the design. So let's just give it a go. This is the prompt box. So we enter, we go to Natively, the preview part. This is great. So now our agent is building your app. Here is the prompt that you have given, the name of your app. Here you can revert, I'll come to that. So what happens is that, let's start from here, is that this is the prompt that you have given. So AI agent is now building it, thinking, and here is our prompt box. So you can actually write your follow-up prompt, and it's up to you how you prompt. But as I'm saying all the time, please prompt very simple, clear, give some context, and wherever you can, please upload the screenshots, and that's it. So here you can see the button how to upload images. So this is the button where you can upload images, and you can upload up to 5 images at Natively prompt box. So here you can click, you can add images, designs, whatever you have. So this is how our app looks like. This is the preview. What is this QR code? So many of you asked me that what's this QR code for? So this is the QR code for Expo Go. The Expo Go is where you can actually see and have your mobile app running. So even if you scan this QR code, you can actually see the app already on your phone. So this shows you and gives you the feeling of how your app looks actually on mobile app. So that's why I encourage you all to scan this QR code and see your app on the go on your mobile. Next question. Our design looks different in the preview here, but on Expo Go, it doesn't look the same. What to do? You restart Expo server, and that should, change the app or update the app also in Expo Go. Or if it doesn't, then you actually screenshot how you see it on Expo Go and a screenshot on the preview here. You upload both screenshots and then tell AI that actually these previews are not the same. One thing else is that the preview on your phone might be different because of the liquid glass, but but also on Android and iOS, they might look different because of the color, the font, and other things. So please, check on both and see if the design fits or not. So you see that our prompt is done here. So some of you asked me is that, okay, what to do and what, kind of like what to prompt next. What to prompt next is all about you and what you want to do. So for example, for me, if this is my app, if this is what I really want, this is it, so I'm done. But if you want to add the next feature, if you want to click around, see if things work, if you want to change something, so you just actually, keep prompting, keep talking in a very simple human language with AI, with natively AI. So this is it, nice. Let's move on to Visual Editor, the most important feature that we have released in last week. And what is Visual Editor? It's a small Figma within natively that gives you the superpower for the design. So you can actually work with the design with the UI of your app. You can see the Visual Editor here. If you see it here, you click here. So you're here in the Visual Editor. What you need to do next is that you click in the item which you want to change. So I'm clicking on Good Afternoon, and I can change the color of the font. So here, as you see, the name, the color, the font size, the font family. So you can actually choose what type of font family you want to choose. And then all the spacing issues, the weight, the height. So this is actually up to you how you want to do that. So for example, let's say that we want to have it green. Yeah, dark green. So I just do it, and then I come here, I say apply changes, and it does apply changes. Now it's different. So in order to make a new edit in the Visual Editor, you have to go back to the chat. You have to come back to Visual Editor, you click, and you actually click on a different item that you want to change. I want to change the sun. So what happens at natively, we actually updated the Visual Editor where you can actually add icons. So you can actually change the sun icon to something else. This is text, so you can actually go on internet, find the emoji, and then you can actually select, what type of emoji you want to have. So it's all up to you. You do the changes, and then that's it. Let's go back to Visual Editor. We come back here. Let's say, let's click on this button Home. You see, actually, now we can also change the icons. So many of you complained or had questions about it. Oh, for example, I have a question mark, in my tabs, the icons are a question mark. Those question marks are because AI doesn't understand what type of icon to add on your app. Or it actually adds the icon for Android, but not for iOS. So here now, with Visual Editor, you don't need to waste your prompt on that. You actually, come here with Visual Editor, you fix the icon, and you can also change and pick what icon you like the most. So for example, for home, we can actually, search what type of, thing we want. Maybe actually I want to just, have a simple, heart. Let's go for heart. This is nice. Yeah, I'm gonna put it with heart. Let's make the color, let's go with the color, black color. I'm gonna apply this. Boom. No changes yet. So let's see, let's go back. Yeah, it hasn't changed. I will go back here. I will change it here again to the heart. I'm gonna do this. Nice. Apply the changes. Yes, so I changed that icon to a heart. So now we have it that. But then I'm gonna revert it back to actually the home icon because that looks better. But you got the idea that you can actually also change the icons of your app. This looks amazing. Let's go back here. Now we have the home icon. This is cool. So this app looks nice. It's a good afternoon, good morning type of app where you just have a nice picture, visual with some nice words. Great. Next, can we prompt with voice? Yes, you can prompt with a voice now. So if you click here on the mic voice recording, you can actually prompt just talking, and then AI is gonna write to your prompt, and then you just need to click a go, and then it actually goes and does it. Let's prompt. Hi, natively. It works. Yeah, so what you need to do is that you can actually just talk, and then AI will actually write what you want and give you a prompt. Cool. Exactly, so it actually wrote. And it will actually, yeah, exactly. So I want to clean this. Next, where can we see the code? If you come here, you click switch to code view, and actually you can see all the code here for your app. So you can actually go all the files, you can see the code, and of course you can edit the code if you want, but only if you know coding, because Natively is built for people who cannot even code. So we want and we enable anyone to build mobile apps. So if you are changing anything in the code, what happens? How do you save? If you're changing anything in the code, you should actually give a prompt. So because you can change the code here, but then you should actually give a prompt like, please update readme that I was here. So what happens if you're changing the code manually, you have to give a prompt so that the code is updated and it's saved. And we also have one update coming there very soon, which I will show later. So here you can see all the code you want. We just go back to preview from here. Let's imagine you want to go back to a different version of, you want to go back to the past version of your app. You did some prompts, you don't like how AI did it, and you want to go back. How revert works. You come here, you see the revert section. You actually, so I give one prompt, but you might have a lot of prompts. You just click on that part, and then it has, it will revert exactly to that part. So it will just make all the changes and take you back to that exactly part. So you can actually revert your project, your app, and then go back to what exactly spot you want it to be. From here, we go back to chat. Okay, where is my database? Where can I see my data? That's a good question. And what's a database? So a database is a place where we store all your information of the users, whatever you have. So all the brain of your app is there, the backend. So here we have a database. If you can click on the database, you actually see the environment variable. Here, with our liquid backend, which is the database which we provide, you don't need to have any API keys for AI functionalities. That comes with your plan, with the subscription of Natively. But if you want to use any specific API, you actually put the key name and the value of it, and then you ask AI in the prompt to actually connect with your API, with your AI that you want. And here, we can actually upload any documents if you want. For example, the other day I built a Ramadan app, and I wanted to have the audio of Azan, the prayer audio. So you can actually upload that and then ask AI to either use it or have it there. So you can actually upload files now in the database. And of course, when you have the tables, you can actually see them here. Yes. Next question was that I want to edit my tables. How to do that? It's so possible now. You click on edit tables, and you will be taken to this page. So here you can actually manage your database. You can import, you can delete, you can manage database that you have. So you click here, and you will be taken to this database space area. Perfect. Where can we see the logs for our app? You can come to logs, and you can see the front-end log, here. You can see the back-end logs here. You can also see the traces here. So you can see all the logs in the log section here. Perfect. How to deploy my app? Very easy. Imagine that you have built your app and it's all good and it's ready to be used by others. You go to more, you deploy the app, before deploying the app, what you do is that you go push backend to production. So you just want to deploy your backend before launching your app. So what you do is that simply, you actually say ready, yes, you just say push to production, and your app, the backend is pushed, deployed to production, and then you can actually deploy the app to iOS or Android. So this will take some minutes, but once it's deployed, you will see it actually works and it's all good. So this is how you push the backend. Let's go back. You want to deploy your app to iOS. Of course, you click here, deploy to Expo. You click migrate to GitHub. You choose that it should be private or public. In order to deploy your app through Expo Launch, you have to make the repo public. So you just choose public, and you can actually name your repo whatever you want, like my hello morning app, my world app, whatever you want, and then you select private or public. I mean for iOS deployment you have to make it public. You click create and migrate, and actually you're creating a repo in the GitHub. Once it's done, it's actually taking some minutes. You open it, you can see the code here. It's all good. It's just built in few last minutes. Nice. You go back to natively. You go to Expo Launch. What you do is that you simply copy this link, this link here. You paste it here. You say launch, and then you actually you're taken to the other steps. You choose the App Store or EAS hosting. Yeah. So, and then you just follow the steps to deploy to iOS. I want to deploy or test my app for Android. Of course, you can do that. You come here on Android APK testing. You download. You just write down your app name. You say deployment or production. You can choose whatever. You download the APK. Once it's downloaded, you actually download, and then you actually send it and open the APK file on your Android phone, and you can already start using the app. And if you want to launch the app to Play Store, you actually come here, you download the AAB file. So you just download the AAB, and you go to Play Store, Google Play Store account, and you upload the file AAB there. And I have a video there showing you how to deploy to Play Store or Android. So this is the journey of deploying your app. We want to share our app with our friends. How to do that? Of course, if you come here to more, you can see share. If you click share, you can copy the link, or you can actually open the preview, and you can see the app here. You just need to share this link with your friends, and your friends can actually have access through the web preview like this. They can scan the QR code and also see the app on Expo Go. So this is how you share the project with your friends or your app. I want to duplicate my project. Is it possible? I want to make a copy. Of course it's possible. You go to more, you click duplicate project, and your project will be duplicated, and you will have 2 copies or more copy of your project, as many copies as you like. I want to work on the code on my local coding environment. How can I have access to the code? Well, you come to more, you click download zip. So you actually download the code in a zip file, and you can actually work on the code, edit the code on your local coding environment. So you can do that. Hey, I want to change my project or app name. Well, sure. You come to project setting, you change the app name here, the project name, the app name. Also, you can actually regenerate the icon here, that we do it for you, and you update here. Oh, hey, I want to invite my friends or others to collaborate and work on my project. Sure, you can do it. Invite users. So you can actually give the email who is another user of Natively, and then you give the access to your project, and he or she can actually edit and give prompt to your project. If you want to make your project public, you have public, but if you want to make it private so no one sees it except you, you can make it private. And this I want to have a paywall in my app. I want to have subscription inside the app. Well, that's possible. You come to more, you click RevenueCat, and you can actually have the paywall in a few clicks. I'm gonna make a separate video on how to add RevenueCat on YouTube in the coming days. So please wait for that. But this is so possible to add in-app subscription now on your apps. Thanks, Jahid. It sounds all clear. But I have a project in Supabase. So how to do that? I really need the Supabase. Well, because of you all that asked, we're also gonna give you access to the Supabase. So you can actually come here to more, you can click on Supabase, and you can connect with your existing projects or database that you have. And you feel free to use the Supabase. But we do encourage you, if you're building your new projects, your new apps, please use our backend because it's already supporting all the APIs. You can edit the tables. Also, it's included in your plan and you can have a storage there. So it's up to you, but you're free to choose whatever you like, Supabase or our liquid backend. And Jahid, I love Natively. I finished all my prompts for this month. What to do? Well, we got you covered. You come, subscribe, you click here, and you can actually upgrade your plans. How many prompts do you need? You can actually upgrade. You will pay the difference of what you have already paid and get the extra prompts. So this was a short journey of Natively. I hope I walk you through all the possible features or places that we have here at Natively. But if I missed anything, please let me know in the comments and I will take you to a different journey again, step by step of Natively. And go build your dream mobile apps and let me know please what you're building, and if you are launching your apps in App Store, Play Store, please tell me and come and do a live demo with me on YouTube. So wish you all the best and see you all very soon. Bye bye, take care.